We're now into question 3, and on the left hand side we've got a fraction. In the numerator we have the square root of 4 into 1 minus cos theta times 1 plus cos theta. And in the denominator we've got sine 2 theta. And the answer that we're looking to get is what's on the right hand side, which is 1 over cos theta. I'm just going to start off by rewriting the left hand side. Now here's what we can do to simplify the numerator. We notice that in those brackets we have 1 minus cos theta and 1 plus cos theta. We're going to apply the FOIL method and multiply them out. But when we do so, what we should end up with is 1 minus cos squared theta. In the denominator, I'm going to expand sine 2 theta. We know the expansion is 2 sine theta cos theta. So here's what's going to happen next. This square root, well, you can actually use a square root now, or you can leave it there and use it later on. But I think it's a good idea to use it. We've got the square root of 4, which is going to be 2. And we have the square root of this bracket, which at the moment, the square root cannot do anything with that bracket just yet. However, inside the bracket, we have 1 minus cos squared theta. That comes from your identity, and I'm just going to show you this separately first. So here's our identity. Sine squared theta plus cos squared theta is equal to 1. I'm just going to manipulate this so that it looks like what they have. They've got 1 minus cos squared theta. And the only way for us to get that from this identity is if we take the cos squared theta over to the right-hand side. So it becomes negative. But what we'll be left with on the left-hand side is sine squared theta. So underneath the square root in that bracket, we can now replace 1 minus cos squared theta with sine squared theta. So there we have it. And for now, I'm going to keep the denominator as is. Also, immediately what we notice is that both the numerator and denominator contain 2, so they can cancel out with each other. Now that square root that you have at the top is going to cancel out with the square, and we'll be left with sine theta. In our denominator, what we're now left with is sine theta cos theta. And here we notice, hey, the sine theta at the top, the sine theta at the bottom cancel out with each other. What we're now left with is 1 over cos theta, and that is actually equal to the right-hand side. Here's where your 4 marks were allocated. You had 1 mark for multiplying out those 2 brackets and getting 1 minus cos squared theta, 1 mark for expanding sine 2 theta in the denominator, 1 mark for simplifying the 1 minus cos squared theta to sine squared theta. So basically using the identity. And the last mark was given for your second last step, so before you got the answer, where you had simplified. Please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications for more content.